Hello, in this video we'll take a look at the punctuation mark, the semicolon. The semicolon is, instead of a colon, which is two dots, like this, semicolon is a dot and a comma. So it looks like that. A semicolon connects two independent clauses in one sentence, and it usually indicates that the two ideas are closely related. Now, if you remember back to the colon video, a colon can link independent clauses too, but it indicates a certain relationship. It indicates that the second part of the sentence is an explanation of the first. That's not necessarily true of the semicolon. They're just related when you use a semicolon. The semicolon is not used enough, probably, by most young writers. It's something they're not really comfortable with, so they avoid it. But it's a good punctuation mark to use just to vary your sentence structure. You shouldn't use it too much. If you use it too much, it becomes almost distracting. But, once or twice an essay, it's useful to sort of show the reader that you know how to structure different kinds of sentences. Here are some examples. Jimmy broke his brother's arm. It wasn't an accident. So the writer here could have made these two separate sentences. They could have used comma, but, or something, a comma conjunction. But the semicolon gives it kind of dry humor, and it shows that the two sides are closely enough related that they should be in one sentence. All right, second example. Chris's room looks disgusting. It smells even worse. Again, there are different options that the author could have used here, but keeping the semicolon shows how related the two ideas are. It keeps them all in one sentence, like in one little box, more than if it was two different sentences. And the last. The sushi is delicious. I'll have another piece. Once again, in all of these cases, both sides of the semicolon are independent clauses. Both sides could be complete sentences by themselves. That's what a semicolon does. It's stronger than the comma. Another thing a semicolon can do is link two independent clauses when those clauses are joined by phrases like furthermore, however, nevertheless, therefore, for example, or besides. Like, I see a lot of people, they'll write part of a sentence, then they'll have a comma, therefore, such and such. That's not correct, because therefore is not a conjunction. Comma conjunction can link two independent clauses. So what you need there instead is a semicolon. Or you could start a new sentence with therefore. So here are some examples. The snow looks pretty. However, it makes driving difficult. Or, I read the chapter closely. Therefore, I should do well on the quiz. And lastly, the sun is shining. Nevertheless, it's cold outside. So whenever you use one of these transition type words and you want it in one sentence, you do need the semicolon and not a comma. And that is all for the semicolon.